Hey there, welcome back to This Week in Men, where I slip inside the annals of the cultural manscape and give it to you straight. This week, Luke Skywalker. That's right, he came back in The Mandalorian. It was a huge deal. Everybody freaked out. The Luke of old seems to be restored. Everyone was happy, and there was a YouTuber. It was Star Wars Theory. That's right, Star Wars Theory YouTuber. He was live streaming his reaction. 30,000 people were actually watching him react to The Mandalorian, and he bursts out into tears upon seeing his childhood hero. Now, quick question for you. If you have a man who's in his 30s openly weeping over his childhood hero on screen and is being watched by 30,000 people, these people who are often accused of being toxic, misogynistic, problem masculinity types of people, who do you think is going to make fun of him for crying? The audience watching, or yes, an executive at Lucasfilm, Pablo Hidalgo. This guy actually made fun of one of the people watching a show that his studio puts out, mocks him, saying that emotions shouldn't be expressed. Also, after that happened, the rest of the leftist woke Twitter sphere also piled on to this poor YouTuber. This YouTuber, by the way, has a more popular channel than the official Star Wars channel on YouTube. It's a pretty big deal. So that's basically what happened, right? Now, this person, and this comes back to what I was talking about last week or the week before. Oh, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, by the way, everyone. But this comes back to what I was talking about before, where all these people who like to virtue signal on that woke left, who say that men, have higher suicide rates because they can't express themselves, they're of course the ones who are actually making fun of this guy for crying. So how does that work, right? But of course, I called it. That's the way it goes. These people always project onto others. One other thing about this Pablo Hidalgo guy, he's on record as saying that his favorite part of Star Wars Episode 8 was when the horse-type creatures were charging through the casino, trampling all of the rich people. Oh, right, because he doesn't like rich people, even though he himself has a net worth of at least $9 million. Again, these are the people, that you have running some of these giant cultural institutions, or at least if not running them, contributing to them and trying to shape their direction. But that being said, Luke's back, right? So who cares? Luke represents hope and optimism in the face of darkness. And even though I myself, I like Star Wars, but I was always more of a Star Trek guy growing up. But that's okay though. I still recognize Luke Skywalker for being a hero who perseveres, who chooses to see the good in people. He's an empathetic and thoughtful hero as well. He doesn't fall into many of those old kind of tired cliches and toxic traits. And I want to say one more thing here, is that because Luke Skywalker always faced darkness with hope and optimism, this YouTuber from Star Wars Theory, when he was a child, this guy from Star Wars Theory, he was 9 years old, I believe, battled through cancer. And as a kid, Luke Skywalker was the hero who gave him the strength to be optimistic, right? And the thing that's just so shitty is that when people like Pablo Hidalgo dogpiled onto this guy for crying, it was his 9-year-old self who was crying, right? He was happy to see his hero come back. That's a big deal. And so that's what really gets to me about these people, is that they think that they're just making fun of some Star Wars fan for being over emotional, but it's his 9-year-old self that was touched by that moment. So why is this important? Well, when these types of woke leftists are in charge or contribute to our cultural institutions, when they're the ones who try to rewrite myths, they're the ones who are trying to rewrite parts of history, that does matter, because they have values that I strongly disagree with and don't think align with a rational human being, at least not anymore. And so I myself, I'm not going to be directly engaging with those people because I have no use for them. I'll take every opportunity to call them out, and talk to people that I care about, saying, hey, like that's not okay. If they produce things in the future, we have to not support it, right? That's what we've got to do. But at the end of the day, Luke Skywalker's back. A bit of a return for a hero. People needed a hero. If anything, I mean, the last year, we need people who are optimistic in times of hardship, right? We need light in the face of darkness. So that's fantastic news. So for now, who cares? We've got a hero back, returned to his glory, and it's a brand new year. So let's see how this one goes, and have yourselves a wonderful time, and be well.